What's up, Virgo? Welcome to your November 2020 general reading. This is going to be a reading for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your other signs for added messages. If you are returning, hello, good to see you guys again. Thanks for coming back. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. I'm really happy to do this reading for you guys. This has been a pretty intense month. It's an intense time. What a time to be alive. But definitely an intense month, but all for the better, right? So with you guys, well, first of all, we're dealing with Scorpio season, right? Scorpio season is connected to 8th house energy. 8th house energy is all about death and transformation. It's all about the endings of things and the rebirth of something else. Because this is Scorpio season, because we are in a watery month, there is a lot of vulnerability going around. Really allow your space to be vulnerable, really allow yourself space to feel the feels that you're feeling. It can be quite intense, though. It is the underworld, right? Now, for you guys in particular, it is hitting hard on your third house energy. Third house energy is connected to Gemini, but it's all about the way that we think, the way that we communicate, the way that we process. It also has really close ties to siblings. So there's going to be an emphasis on that this month. Maybe there's something going on with your brother, sister, that type of thing. But a lot of you guys in general are changing the way that you think about stuff. Maybe changing the way you think about a person, changing the way you think about a certain job, changing the way you think about you and how you want to present yourself in the world. I say that too because not only are you guys dealing with third house energy with Scorpio season, but you're also going to be dealing with strong 10th house energy with this Gemini lunar eclipse full moon that we'll be having at the end of this month on 30th. Now, for you guys, like I said, that's going to be tapping into your 10th house, which is all about your career and like your public image and like, how you present yourself to the world. So these might go hand in hand. Either way, there's a lot of big shifts here. Now, for you guys, the biggest thing for you this month, which is really interesting, you have no swords cards except for what's the underlying energy, which is 9 of swords, which not the best. It's actually a quite uncomfortable place to be in because this is someone who's overthinking. This could be like having kind of funky sleep patterns, that type of thing. But also, those of you who aren't already doing this, I would definitely suggest keeping a little dream journal. That might be really, really helpful for you this month in terms of figuring out the next best thing and the next best thing and the next step and the next step to whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because there is this sense of needing to kind of get clarity and really be okay and comfortable with the decisions that you're making. Now, a lot of you guys, this might have to do with having an X on your brain. Underneath that 9 of swords, you do have the 6 of cups, which is nostalgic energy. This is all about exes or soulmates. It's also about family. So there might be, just a lot going on in terms of like how is the things that I'm doing or things that I want to do or the next step that I'm taking going to affect me and my family type thing, right? Other than that, you guys have actually a lot of water energy here. We've got some fire energy here. Allow yourself to feel this month. That you might feel a little bit out of your element because we are in a more emotional month and you guys are super pragmatic. Everything needs to make sense. Even if you do feel a certain way about something, you guys can easily, logically kind of think your way out of it or think your way to a new resolution. And that's fine in certain things, but our mind can't make all the decisions for us depending on what the thing is. Sometimes it takes our intuition, our heart, our gut, that type of thing. You guys are starting out with the Temperance card. So we got the Temperance card, we've got the High Priestess, and we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the Temperance card speaks of Sagittarius energy. Again, that's fire, so maybe there's a Sagittarius person that is very significant in your life at this time, but this also is about like, girl, chill, be patient, have faith. Like, everything is working. We're doing the work, right? This is about going with the flow. This is about needing to surrender to what is. Like, when we get the Temperance card, it's like, whatever you're trying to rush, you can't, right? Like, we're in control over here, you're not. Whatever you're trying to do, no. Like, it's really kind of like, Universe being like, slow down. You cannot rush this. You are not in control of everything. You need to relax. And maybe that's where this Nine of Swords energy is coming from for some of you guys, right? You guys can be very you're very take charge when it comes to your life and the way things are, and that's great in one respect, but there are times where you kind of have to take your hands off the wheel and know that you're not the only one in charge. Like fate does play a role, right? And another thing with the high priestess is there's this element of like trusting that you know what you know what you know. Again, leaning more into that intuition, that divine feminine energy, and not being so pragmatic, because whatever it is that you've been stuck on or whatever it is that you're trying to figure out, you can't think your way to the solution. You're going to have to feel your way to the solution, and that's going to require patience on your part. With that Temperance card, it's going to require you getting in the flow of maybe a different process, right? It just feels like whatever this is, it's very green. So it requires something different from you that may not be comfortable at first or may not make sense to you at first. King of Swords is clarifying the Temperance card. So communication. It may be that some of you guys are stuck on a certain thing, and it may be because you feel like you don't have all of the facts, right? Sometimes when we're stuck and we can't feel like we find any resolve or come to a solution to something, it's because we feel like we're missing facts here. But the King of Swords requires all of that, right? He requires truth. He requires like stepping forward. And this is someone who generally does not use his emotions to sway him. Like he faces things factual. So I think there is this sense of needing to be very decisive and take control and cut out the fat, or cut out the things that don't belong, and be very upfront about how you feel. But in order to get there, it's almost like you need to trust that you know what you know what you know with the High Priestess, right? High Priestess, you also may be dealing with water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, especially Pisces, but 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles clarifying that High Priestess. 10 of Pentacles is all about abundance. Some of you guys, this has to do with maybe waiting for a certain opportunity, some type of a promotion. Again, we are getting that 10th house energy that's going to be lit up at the end of the month. And, 10th house energy, again, going back to career and work and like your status, your public image. So this is actually really good because I see this 8 of Pentacles here, right? This is someone who does good work. This is someone who kind of keeps their focus, their tunnel vision, and they do really, really good work. I think you guys see that something is going to bust loose. I think you see opportunities working in your favor. Ace of Cups, there's potential coming together, which you do have Ace of Cups here too, which we'll get into in a second. But it's almost as if, I don't know, I think you guys are at a place where something is about to pop off, but you don't really know when or where. And maybe that's what's driving you crazy with that 9 of Swords, right? Still feeling like you need to have some layer of control over it. And that's human nature. It's uncomfortable not knowing what's up ahead and knowing that you're just supposed to trust, right? But sometimes it's what's required. Now, the World card is clarifying this 8 of Pentacles. So definitely you guys have completed a cycle and are going on to something new. And this is major. The World card is the last card in the major arcana. It is about an elevation. It is about, leaving basically your old world behind and stepping into something very new. Now, this could be something that you guys have been vacillating, going back and forth on for quite some time, because 2 of Pentacles, like this is someone who was like trying to weigh out what it is they value. I think for maybe a lot of you guys, there had been confusion, and maybe this has to do with, in terms of lovers, maybe this has to do with like an ex and someone else, like deciding like, should I try to make this work or should I move on to something new? I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of you guys, this has to do with a relationship. It feels like you're cutting out old and going towards new. And I say that too, because in your environment, you've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is new. It's new. It's the potential for a new love. Of course, it can be like a rekindling or like a reigniting, fine. But with this 2 of Wands being next to it, for me, 2 of Wands, 2s feature decisions a lot, or kind of being at a crossroads. But 2 of Wands is about doing something new, doing something that's, you're passionate feeling passionate towards, or feeling called towards. There's like this energetic pull. And the way that this Two of Wands is looking at this Ace of Cups, for a lot of you guys, I feel like this is new love that is being presented to you. The potential of, right? Because aces are all about the potential. But this is something that is really good. Some of you guys might be connecting to a water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. Because you're someone who's kind of taking on those water-like properties. Could be a Leo. You got the Sun card. Whatever this is going to bring you a lot of joy. And it actually could really be a Leo. You do have the Two of Wands, and then after that is the Queen of Wands, which is the last card. Some of you guys might, I feel like you're going to be connecting to either water or fire. Whatever it is, it feels like this is something new even from what you're used to in relationships, if this is relationships, right? But I like it. I like the way this feels. With this Sun card and this Ace of Cups, this is something that is, it's yes. Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's all about happiness and passion and getting over those brick walls, those hurdles. It also features family. It talks a lot about exposure. Whenever we have the sun out, the sun, it brings awareness to things, whereas like the moon energy is a little bit more mysterious and we don't quite know what's going on there. And it's interesting this is happening in Scorpio season, because Scorpio season is also very much connected to secrets, right? Secrets and things oftentimes come out during Scorpio season. It just kind of is the way it is. But it feels like some of you guys are really connecting to something that it feels bright, it feels light, it feels airy, it feels it's not a burden. It's like, ooh, this feels really, really good. I mean, look at how this Two of Wands is looking. The Two of Wands is looking back at all of this. Like, yeah, that's what I've been talking about, right? Two of Wands is looking at all of this. So I think a lot of you guys are going to go in a new direction, especially as it pertains to love. Yeah, for sure. Queen of Swords here. Okay, you got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords popping out here. I do love when I see a king and queen of the same suit, because if this is a relationship, this is talking about something that's really dynamic. Now, in the ways that's dynamic, there's really good communication here. So there's, you could be connecting to also an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, but it feels like this person or this opportunity, it's very upfront. It's very, this is someone who's sure of themselves. This is someone who knows what they want. This is someone who's gone through things. They've gone through the struggles. They've gone through the battles, right? Queen of Swords is also known as the Heartbreak Queen, because she's been through everything. She's seen it all. And she's able to use her wisdom to push her forward. And I think that's what a lot of you guys are at, especially like you're learning that, you know, sometimes it's better to just start over than to try to be safe and make something that has not been working work. Like, I just get the feeling that you guys are tired of forcing things. So for you, I feel like you guys are really taking on this energy of like, you know, I got to be honest with myself. I got to cut shit out that just doesn't work, and it's fine. Like, I want this to, and I wanted it to, and I tried, but shit, like right? Also, for a lot of you guys, this person that you're connecting with, I just feel like you're able to feel more open with them and be more communicative with them. Maybe you feel like they receive you a little bit better, a little bit more patient with you. You know, Virgos initially can feel, just from the outside looking in, you guys can feel very guarded at first. And I don't know, there's just like kind of like this openness that this person brings out of you that I think is really, really beautiful. Last card, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands energy is she's dope. She's fun. She's charismatic. She's beautiful. She's sexual. She's life of the party, right? She's a good time. Aries, Leo, and Sag. She is passionate about the things that she's passionate about, and she really doesn't pay much attention to things that she doesn't care about. So you kind of always know where she stands with her, and I like that about her. Now, Page of Swords. Some of you guys might have your eyes on this Queen of Wands person, whether it's a male or a female, fire sign, maybe an air sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, Gem, or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but I don't know, I just feel like you guys are doing something new. Are messengers. They're about new things coming in. Pages always happen when we're on the cusp of newness. So this is new communication happening with someone. And I think it's going to actually result in something really, really great. You got the Queen of Wands and the Sun card. So I am leaning more towards, there's Leo energy here for sure. But it could be anybody. But if not, it's someone who takes on those qualities of being fun and charismatic and really loving and spontaneous. I think it's a really good shakeup for you guys. I think this would be something that brings a lot of really, really good balance for you, right? Now, as far as your oracles, you got I choose to learn through love. That's beautiful. You also got gratitude list, which is counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on the worries in your mind. Honey, right? What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Right? So when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling a little cloudy, when you're feeling a little Nine of Swordsy, really staying in that gratitude, because that's how you get the things that you desire, right? Really being grateful for the things that you have, even if it's the littlest of things. It's better than being at this Nine of Swords energy, and actually that's what will take you out of that confusion and that Nine of Swords energy, right? I think this is a month that you guys are getting really clear and being really real with yourself, like, I can't be worried about this. I've been trying to force this for so long and it just is not, it's just not happening. You got 2 romance angels cards, okay? First is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So some of you guys have not been listening to your intuition, right? Some of you guys need to. Some of you guys, you've been hearing this for quite a while, but in your mind trying to justify why you have to stay or why you have to be there or why you have to fix it or why you have to do this or why you have to try, and you don't. Okay? That's just what it is. You also got calling in your soulmate. So it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So as you do these things, as you pray, as you meditate, as you visualize, you bring exactly what it is that you want and what you've been looking for closer to you. Okay? And then last but definitely not least, you got gold. It says you don't need someone else to fix you. Some of you guys might even be fixated on this person of the past or a situation because maybe that person has put in your head that you ain't gonna be shit without them, that you need them, that, you know, you're never gonna find someone like them. They're full of shit. You can fix yourself. You don't need anybody else. If you feel like you have to leave a situation because it's not healthy for you or that person, then you feel like you have to leave the situation because it's not healthy. That's just what it is and they have to deal with it. Some of you guys have allowed someone to put in your head that you need them or that they need you and that if you're not there to fix all their problems that you know you're fucked up. No, you're not. Girl, please. You know what I'm saying? Like no. Don't let people guilt you. You don't need someone to fix you. You certainly don't have to fix other people. The focus is you right now, and you guys have something new that's really, really trying to come in. That's really, really beautiful if you allow it. Okay. So don't worry about the past. I thank you guys. I hope that this resonates. I love you, and I will see you next month. Bye, Virgo.